2022. Extension of power directly from the government operating hydro stations. Consequent to the directive on 18th June 2022, government completed the amendment of the Electricity Act 1999, which provided for the need for regulation to prescribe the terms under which industrial consumers may purchase electricity directly from generation or transmission companies. The development of the regulations had commenced and the following steps were being taken.
Chair, may I interrupt you? I have just around 4 minutes. Just go on page 10, we go to observations and recommendations, and then the whole report will be captured and be answered.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Observations and recommendations. On page 10, the committee observes that the implementation of the US Cent 5 per unit implemented by the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development through a pilot did not foster the spirit of fair competition among industrial parks because it benefited only privately operated industrial parks. Rio Shen Industrial Park Company in Kapeka and Industrial Park in Buiku. The committee recommends that the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning should allocate to the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development funds, subsidy, amounting to Ugandan shillings 160.34 billion in the budget for the financial year 2003-2004 to cater for the full implementation of the presidential directive in all industrial parks to allow manufacturers purchase electricity at US cents 5 per unit. B, the committee observed that although His Excellency the President directed the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development to supply electricity to manufacturers directly from power generation plants, the execution of the directive had no supporting regulations in place as required by Electricity Amendment Act 2022. The committee recommends that the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development should table before the Parliament within 1 month proof of regulations clearly prescribing the terms under which industrial consumers may purchase electricity directly from generation or transmission companies, and a clear roadmap plan on how government intends to extend electricity to industrial parks directly from power generation plants. Conclusion. His Excellency the President committed before the Parliament to extend electricity to industrial parks directly from power generation plants and reduce the cost of electricity for manufacturers to US cents 5 per unit. However, the committee's findings clearly demonstrate that the manufacturers continue to endure high cost of electricity, which undermines the country's aspirations as articulated in Vision 2040 and the National Development Plan 3 and the National Industrial Policy. Thus, the committee thoroughly established that the presidential pledge had not been fully fulfilled as prescribed in the table below. The table, members can read. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I beg to report.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Honorable colleagues, Rule 41, we are going to Prime Minister's time. We shall debate this report after. Thank you.
Item 5, statement by the Right Honorable Prime Minister on government business for the succeeding week, 20th, 22nd February 2024, pursuant to Rule 28 of the Rules of Procedure.
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker.
This is the time which I always want protected.
Right Honorable
Please,
Speaker and honorable colleagues, I present a statement on the business for the succeeding week under Rule 28 of our Rules of Procedure. Number one, the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities will present a statement on the boundary management of Mount Elgon National Park and the Uganda Wildlife Authority to protect the boundary. Honorable Speaker, number two is the Ministry of Water and Environment will present a statement on the status of water coverage for both rural and urban areas across the country. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives will present a detailed statement on Uganda creating its own tea auction platform instead of solely depending on the Mombasa tea auction hub. Number four, government will present action taken reports on the following. The Auditor General's Special Audit Report on the number of thermal power plant for the financial year that ended on 30th June 2021. On the erratic electricity supply in West Nile. On the Bujagali tax waiver. On the emergency total shutdown of the Simba hydro plant. We shall also present the action taken report on the ministerial policy statement and budget estimates for the environment and natural resources sector for the financial year 2023-2024. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development will present a comprehensive statement on the nationwide electricity connection projects. I beg to submit.
Thank you, Right Honourable Prime Minister. Next item.
Item number 6, Prime Minister's time.
Let's go for Prime Minister's time. I'll allow issues later.
Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the Honorable Elijah Cooper, Member of Parliament, Kasiro County, Serere District. Let me read his narration first, or his question. That the Uganda Police Helicopter Aircraft Fixed Wing 5X PEF stroke P180 Bragio was bought in June 2019 at a price of US dollars 7.48. However, it's now being sold at a price of just 4 million US dollars. His prayer, can the Prime Minister update the House on this matter? Honorable Speaker, this is my response. That the Uganda Police Force has a police air wing whose function is to support policing within the country. It currently runs 4 aircrafts, 3 helicopters, and that one is a fixed wing. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the aircrafts were intended preliminarily to assist in the maintenance of law and order by conducting aerial patrols and surveillance aerial search and rescue, rapid response, forced transportation, and sometimes medical and casualty evacuation. When not required by the police for the stipulated duties, they may be used as a charter service by government on payment of the prescribed fees. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the fixed wing aircraft, which is a 9-seater aircraft, was acquired in June 2019 at a cost of US dollars 7.48 million. And since then has only flown for less than 2,200 hours. This is mainly due to its operational limitations, which include designs that limit it to only paved or tarmacked runways, as well as high maintenance and operational costs. The aircraft is serviceable and has all the necessary requirements to operate. Let Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, due to the above mentioned limitations, Uganda Police Management has been considering option of how to be effectively and has never been an option taken by police management as a way of utilization of the said aircraft. In any case, if any disposal was to be considered, due process would be diligently followed with all key stakeholders regarding the disposal of such an asset, and in that respect, value for money would certainly be a key consideration to take into account. Question number 2 came from Honorable Eunice Appeal, Member of Parliament, Oyam North, on the exclusion of Oyam North in the distribution of water by National Water and Sewerage Corporation under the ongoing projects in the districts of Guru, Omoro, and Oyam. Her prayer: can the Right Honorable Prime Minister update the House on the matter? My response: the Integrated Water Management and Development Project is a follow-up project being jointly implemented by the National Water and Sewerage Corporation and the Ministry of Water and Environment. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the scope of work under National Water and Sewerage Corporation entails the following. 1. Guru Water Supply and Sanitation Project. That Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, this is jointly funded by World Bank and a German development agency called KfW, implemented in 2 packages, Package 1 and Package 2. Package 2 is financed by World Bank, and it involves laying of 70.2 kilometer BN 500 ductile iron transmission pipeline from Karuma to Guru. Number 2, Mbale Water Supply and Sanitation Project. This project targets the population of Mbale and the neighboring areas, including the towns of Tareja, Busorwe, Chibuku, Kadama, Tirinyi, and Budaka. The project scope under National Water and Sewage Corporation entails expansion of the production capacity of Mongoho, that one, and the Manafa water treatment plants, that is from 4,000 cubic meters per day to 18,000 cubic meters per day, and 6,000 cubic meters per day to 9,000 cubic meters per day, respectively. The project also entails laying of 85 kilometers of pipe network, construction of a 2,000 cubic meter capacity reservoir, and rehabilitation and expansion of the storage system. The scope of work under the neighboring towns is being implemented under the Ministry of Water and Environment. Number 3, Adjuman Water Supply and Sanitation Project. This project targets Adjuman Town Council, Pakere, Zaipi, and Siforo, among others, and involves construction of water intake structure of capacity 12,000 cubic meters per day, water supply plant of capacity of 4,000 cubic meters per day, laying of 51.8 kilometers of water distribution network, and installation of the water storage capacity of 1,150 cubic meters, and construction of sanitation facilities. Number 4, source protection measures in Arua, Guru, Bale, and Ushenyi areas. As Honorable Speaker and colleagues, works under Package 2 of Guru project are currently at 61%, and the project is expected to be completed by the end of October 2024. Contracts for Adjumani and Ibare were signed on 21st December 2023. The contractor is currently mobilizing to commence works, and this is expected in March 2024. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the National Water and Storage Corporation and Guru City are jointly implementing the integrated program to improve living conditions in Guru through grant financing from KFW. This program is being implemented in 2 phases. The works under phase 1 were completed in 2020, and the system is operational now. The scope of works included the following: 1, rehabilitation and expansion of Oitino Dam, raw water intake and Guru water treatment plant from 4,000 cubic meters per day to 10,000 cubic meters per day. This also included development of ground water capacity of 2,000 cubic meters per day. Honorable Speaker, rehabilitation and expansion of the sewage system, the construction of a fecal sludge treatment facility at Pesi in Chubu, Peche in Chubu, and construction of 20 water-borne toilet facilities in public places. Honorable Speaker, the construction of 30,000 cubic meter per day water intake in the River Nile at Karuma. The scope of work under phase 2 includes the following: Number 1, the construction of a water treatment plant of capacity 10,000 cubic meter per day at Karuma, the construction of 5,000 cubic meter capacity reservoir at Customs Corner in Gulu City, installation of reservoirs in the 6 small towns along Gulu Highway, namely Karuma, Kamdin, Minakuru, Bobi, Koro Abil, and Parenga. Construction of a storage facility at Peche in Chubu. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, works under phase 2 are at 43% progress, and the project is expected to be completed by July 2024. Ongoing project scope includes only towns that are en route to Guru, along the highway, Karuma Kamudin, Minakuru, Bobby Koro, Abil, Parenga. Apparently, Oyam North is not en route and will only benefit from other national water and sewage corporation budgetary arrangements that are gazetted by the Ministry of Water and Environment. The third question came from Honorable Goliti Namuga, Maogola, South Zimbabwe. That according to the third National Development Plan, the government selected 69 key projects which it planned to fund. Among them is the creation of 4 science and technology parks as part of the Innovation Technology Development and Transfer Program and 40 technology and business incubators. Her prayer is, can I update the House on the progress that has been registered in line with the construction of the science and technology parks, as well as the technology and business incubators? Honorable Speaker and colleagues, this is my response. One, I'm pleased to inform the House that the government has made significant progress regarding the establishment of science and technology parks and technology and business incubators. Below are the updates. 1. Engineering Park in Rwebitete. This park is the most advanced and we anticipate its opening in May this year. Number 2, Mobility Park in Kayunga. Land acquisition has been completed and a master plan has been developed and the plans are underway to install utilities and attract investors to the park. Number 3, Biosciences Park at Nakasongola. Land has been acquired and the master plan is finalized. Construction has been contracted to NEC and will commence shortly. Number 4, Agro-Science Park in Soroti. The master plan is currently under development and is expected to be completed by June 2024. Once finalized, we will seek funding for the construction. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, in addition to the Uganda Industrial Research Institute, URI, Uganda has completed the construction Technology Innovation Business Incubation Center at Namave, which is complete and will be opened soon. Additional technology and business incubators are planned to be affiliated with each of the science parks to enable support for ventures and innovators. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, government remains committed to the development of these projects and will provide further updates as they progress. Number 4, this question came from Joy Wako, National Female Representative for Elder Persons. That the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development publicized the national guidelines on healthy aging, which were launched during the celebrations of the International Day of Elder Persons on 1st October 2023 in Chegegwa District. The guidelines are to be used by all persons, especially the elder persons, to manage their lives so as to attain optimal health and functioning and productivity. Under topic 1 of the guidelines on nutrition and toileting, it is observed that it is observed that elder persons have a tendency of restricting food, water, and fruit consumption due to the fear of frequenting the toilet, which sometimes are not user-friendly, and this has this has negative consequences on health aging, such as constipation and malnutrition. And her prayer is, which measures has the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development put in place to avail user-friendly toilet facilities for elder persons, especially in public places? Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, as a ministry in charge of disability affairs, is represented on the National Building Review Board, whose functions include overseeing public buildings to cater for such matters of safety, health, and inclusion. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the ministry through Occupational Safety and Health Department is mandated to ensure workplace safety. This is done through undertaking occupational safety and health plan approval of public buildings and occupational safety and health inspections of all workplaces, including public buildings. Availability of facilities for people with disabilities and elder persons are key components and part of the parameters or checklists that are used. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, question number 5 came from Honorable Kirabo Agnes, Youth Representative Central Region. And that Mulago National Referral Hospital has started kidney transplant. However, free services have been given to a few people, and the rest of the patients have to pay over 46 million Uganda cedis, which is too expensive for an ordinary Uganda. And her prayer is, what is government's plan to ensure this service is available for all? Honorable Speaker, my response is that in December 2023, Mulago National Referral Hospital conducted Uganda's first kidney transplant successfully by a team of medical experts from Uganda with counterparts from Yashoda Hospital in India. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, government has allowed at least 5 patients with end-stage renal failure who are on dialysis to have kidney transplants at Mulago National Referral Hospital free of charge before the fee for the life-saving procedure is determined for all patients to start paying. The costing of this procedure can then be deduced more accurately rather than estimating from a single or maiden renal transplant. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the Uganda ceilings 46 million for a kidney transplant is a media generated figure and not a government position. Government has not yet set the cost of our plan, and our plan through Mulago team is to determine the price after more transplants have been made to get the right picture of the cost implication. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the cost of running specialized services is extremely expensive, and such services have been costing Ugandans over 18,000 US dollars on average, excluding costs of ticket and maintenance abroad. This cost does not include post-operative follow-up treatment, which is also very expensive, especially in the first months. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, all investigations to prepare the patient for transplant were done in Uganda, except for human leukocyte antigens typing where samples were sent to South Africa through Lucent laboratories. This was more cost effective to do for now until we scale up organ transplant services. Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, the success story of Mulago Hospital in correcting this health condition will save Ugandans from traveling to India and other developed countries for kidney transplant. The government of Uganda is committed to saving the lives of Ugandans through such innovations and lessons learned from Mulago. Therefore, after thorough assessment of all what entails the entire process of kidney transplant and full recovery of a patient, a reasonable figure shall be derived and Ugandans shall be informed accordingly. Honorable Bwanika Abed, Doctor, Member of Parliament, Timanya, Kabonero Division, Masaka City. Okay, that one. He said that on 28th April 2020, the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda approved 15 new cities and 10 became operational on 1st July 2020, including Jinja, Arua, Gulu, Lira, Soroti, Hoima, Fort Poto, Mbarara, Masaka, and Mbale. That Section 188 of the Local Government Act instructs that at the creation of a new local government unit, the minister shall ensure the equitable sharing of property between the original and new governments. It's now 3 years since the operationalization of the 10 cities without clear guidance on asset sharing. The Ministry of Local Government continues to handle ad hoc by engaging case by case, which has caused a lot of confusion and not desirable. This has negatively affected service delivery in the affected local governments. Some districts leadership continue to insist on compensation out of the transfer of assets despite that these are public properties held in trust. His prayers that when his local government ministry, including when the Ministry of Local Government concluding on the guidelines for asset sharing and laying the same on the table in the Parliament of Uganda. And that how much provision has government provided for to support establishment of new headquarters for districts that were affected by the creation of new cities. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, my response is that funding to finance the settlement of 10 districts of Masaka, Mbale, Hoima, Arua, Kuru, Lira, Mbale, Soroti, and Jinja that gave birth to cities was requested for by the Ministry of Local Government during the budgeting period for the current financial year, that is 2023-2024. However, funds were not allocated and this remained an unfunded priority. Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the matter has been presented to the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development for consideration in the next financial year, that is 2024-2025 budget call circular. Prayer number 3, when the sub-counties that host new district headquarters, when, according to this is another question, when the sub-counties that host the new district